Hello people, now we are going to start the parasitology in this the amoeba. Now we are having two types of amoeba, the intestinal amoeba and free living amoeba. So intestinal amoeba example is Entamoeba histolytica. So Entamoeba histolytica is the intestinal amoeba and free living are Naegleria fowleri, Acanthamoeba and Balamuthia. So these three cause encephalitis. Now, firstly, we'll start with the Entamoeba histolytica. Habitat is large intestine. Infective form is the quadrinucleate cyst. Infective form is quadrinucleate cyst, and the pathogenic form is trophozoite, and diagnostic form is cyst. So, habitat is large intestine. Infective form is quadrinucleate cyst. Pathogenic form is trophozoite and diagnostic form is cyst. Now, the life cycle of Entamoeba histolytica is a quadrinucleate cyst, which is an infective form, ingested with contaminated food and water, bypasses gastric acidity. Now, here excistation in small intestine occur and large intestine. Now, the trophozoites, they are active feeding and growing stage, and 8 metacystic trophozoites are formed. Now, there are two conditions present. Favorable condition in which 85% asymptomatic, 5 to 15% intestinal amoebiasis and extraintestinal amoebiasis occur. Now, in the unfavorable conditions, encystation occur. Here was excistation and here is encystation, forms uninucleate cyst, and the binary fission occur, forms binucleate cyst. Further, the binary fission forms quadrinucleate cyst. Now, the extraintestinal amoebiasis under the favorable conditions. So, the trophozoites, they secrete cystine proteinase. So, they secrete cystine proteinase, which erode intestinal layers and form flask-shaped ulcers. So, with shaped flask-shaped ulcers via portal circulation, they reach the liver. That's why it is called, because liver is the extraintestinal space, that's why it's called extraintestinal amoebiasis. So, here the anchovy sauce pus or chocolate pus is formed due to damage to hepatocytes. So, anchovy sauce pus or chocolate pus is formed due to damage to hepatocytes. Now, the most common site of extraintestinal amoebiasis is more is liver, then lungs, then brain. Investigation of in extraintestinal amoebiasis is ELISA, enzyme link immunosorbent assay. Now, the lab diagnosis of Entamoeba histolytica. Firstly, stool examination. 3 consecutive stool specimen are taken. Now, the stool microscopy differentiate trophozoite. Here we are going to differentiate the trophozoite of Entamoeba histolytica and E. coli. Here, the trophozoite of Entamoeba histolytica, we can see this finger-like pseudopodia are present, but on the E. coli, blunt pseudopodia are there. These are blunt. Now, we can see cyst of Entamoeba histolytica, it's round and 4 nuclei are present, but cyst of E. coli, it's round, size is larger and 1 to 8 nuclei are present. Now we'll see the nucleus of Entamoeba histolytica. Here we can see fine peripheral chromatin dots. So in the periphery here, like its nucleus I'm drawing, in the periphery fine dots are there. This, okay, and central karyosome is there. And in the nucleus of E. coli, I'm drawing it with yellow. Here you can see the coarse peripheral chromatin dots are there, coarse, and the eccentric with green, this eccentric karyosome is there. Now, PCR is done for Entamoeba histolytica. Erythrophagocytosis, it's a word which means RBC inside trophozoite. It's a characteristic feature of Entamoeba histolytica. The treatment of Entamoeba histolytica is dysentery. For dysentery, we give metronidazole, and for luminal infection, we give paramomycin. That's all.